Well, hello everyone. I'm back today because recently on my podcast, the Film Monsters podcast, I had the pleasure of interviewing two of the members of the Addams Family Film Production Company group, Toby Poser and John Adams, that made a film that I absolutely adored called Hellbender that's streaming on Shudder. It's phenomenal. It's really well made. These guys have such an amazing passion for film, and they do what they want and they make films the way that they want to. And that's something that I always really appreciate, is kind of saying, hey, fuck the system. We're going to make these movies the way we want so that we can get them made. That movie is so incredible. I wanted to watch more of their material, so I decided to check out their feature that came out right before Hellbender called The Deeper You Dig, and I'm looking forward to talking about it today. The Deeper You Dig is directed by the Addams Family. In the aftermath of a roadside accident, the line between the living and the dead collapses for a mother, her daughter, and a stranger. So I was really excited to check this out because of how much I loved Hellbender, and I loved this movie as well. It is so well made. There's so much time and effort and energy put into it. And aside from all of that, it's taking the traditional haunting story and putting a cool spin to it that I really appreciated. So at the beginning of the film, you're introduced to Toby Poser's character and Zelda Adams' character, who they're this mother and daughter who they live together. The daughter is constantly wanting to go sledding on their property, and the mother is like, hey, I don't want you going out there by yourself. It's really dangerous. I don't want you to take that risk. And then you have John Adams' character, who is this man who's renovating this house. He's by himself, and we're shown him buying this beer at the beginning of the film. He's kind of on his own, and he's driving home one night after having a couple of drinks. The daughter's character comes down on a sled. She gets up, she's in the middle of the road, and he hits her with his car. So he ends up taking her back. He's killed her, he's hiding the body, and the entire film is the mother's character is trying to figure out what happened to her daughter, while the man who killed the daughter is being haunted by the daughter and this idea that he has killed this girl, and it's plaguing him. And the way that they approach showcasing the mother going to the ends of the earth to try to build that connection with her daughter and find out what really happened, and then seeing this man go crazy being haunted by the spirit of this young girl, it's so well executed. And one of the main things, and I got to talk to them about this in our episode, that really makes it work so well is the cinematography. The visuals in this film are so incredibly striking, and they spend so much time utilizing the camera to build up that suspense and that tension for you as the viewer to constantly be questioning what is going to happen next, what's around the corner, what's going to happen to this character. And so that when you build up to that third act climax, it really has kind of sent you on this journey that I really appreciated. There are some moments in it that come off as sort of comical, which I really appreciated, adding some like a humorous dark tone to it that really works out well. I feel like the movie for the most part is very bleak looking at its subject matter, but the way that they play off each other as a family, they add these little subtle things in it that make it really funny. And I think a lot of that is due to some of the moments with Zelda Adams' character and the way that she delivers dialogue, and like the perfect moments that just come off as really like menacing and evil, but in a funny way that's like playfully dark. And I really appreciated that a lot about that. And being that this is a family, their chemistry is really great, which makes the movie work so well. And then adding in all these additional characters that I think really do a nice job at executing their vision. And this movie is just so fantastic. There's visual effects elements that you could see that they build off of in Hellbender, that it was cool kind of watching it in reverse and seeing what they had done before and what they had chose to do in Hellbender to kind of grow on that, which is something that I really appreciate, especially with such like a boots on the ground filmmaking method, where it's like, we're just going to get this done. Seeing the time and effort put into their visual effects and the way that they make certain things look in the movie is such a cool thing. And getting to talk to them firsthand in that interview made me appreciate their style even more. But what I love about this film and Hellbender both is this idea of familial relationships, and it's handled so well. In this, you have a mother who has lost her daughter, who will go to the ends of the earth to try to figure out what happened to her because she loves her kid so much. And in Hellbender, you have a mother who is trying to prevent her kid from growing up into this monster and trying to do everything that her mother didn't do for her. And I think that it's so cool because, being that this is a family affair as far as how these movies are made, knowing that they can examine all of these really deep ideas about family that come across so well in the horror genre. And I think that trauma or familial experience or any of those types of things work so well when it comes to horror films, because it's something that we can really all resonate with, especially if we've experienced anything, not necessarily to the extreme element of losing a child, but any sort of familial tension. I think that you can resonate with these characters, and I really liked this movie a lot, and I think you should definitely check out the Addams' whole body of work. They're just such incredibly talented people that deserve your attention. So have you seen The Deeper You Dig? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this movie was fantastic. I can't wait to watch the rest of the films in the Addams catalog. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.